Hi everyone. Okay, this is the last installment in search tips, I promise. And this one is going to be relatively quick in case you didn't have time or a chance to sort of scroll through the other ones that I've posted. Hopefully you'll get something out of this quicker one. So I'm on our eCore homepage and I'm going to click on the library bar and then click Galileo. And we're back on the Galileo basic search. So this time I'm going to experiment with finding sources for the Charles Baudelaire poem, The Ragpickers' Wine. I noticed several of you enjoyed that one and had really good things to say about it. So if you wanted to write a paper on it, let's see what luck we might have just doing a basic search on Galileo. So I always just start with the author's full name, making sure that it's spelled right because you can get into trouble if it's not. You can see I've already done a search here, so I'm just going to do the same search and we'll see what kinds of things. You can usually tell in a glance or two if you're going to have trouble finding stuff. So the first thing that I notice, my eye always goes to the scholarly articles first. This one, The Sons of Cain, The Race of Outcasts and Disinherited, and Walter Benjamin and Charles Baudelaire. So even though this is a comparative essay about another author that we didn't read, there still might be some good in this article. And the key words that tell me that are outcast and disinherited, because those relate to themes that we have talked about this semester. So I think this would be a promising article if it talks about outcasts and disinherited in the Ragpickers' wine. So I'm going to click on this so we can just skim the work really quick. So usually it doesn't help me very much to look at the abstracts first. So what I do is I always go over to the left and I click on PDF full text. And then once that comes up, you'll notice that there's not really a search in text option here, which is a bummer. But luckily, because this opened in a PDF document, there's a shortcut you can use to search the whole document. So to do that, you just hit Control F on your computer, excuse me, and a search bar will come up. And it saved my last search, which was Ragpickers. And you can see that it occurs 6 times in this essay. So let's just see. So here on the first mention of Ragpickers, it looks like it's setting up the background of when he composed the poem. And then it gives a little bit of information about economics and a wine tax. But let's see, so it looks like that we're getting some good background information here about the setting of the poem and what some of the themes are. So I'm going to keep going and see what the next. All right, in this paragraph, the interest in the Ragpickers, especially Baudelaire's, that should be lay. That's bad grammar. It should be lay in the fact that they were considered fascinating figures at the time. Then it gives a little bit of information about where the word ragpickers came from. Let's see, where did I see that? Well, anyway, it talks about both of these authors, Walter Benjamin and Baudelaire, and their interest in these sort of outcast ragpickers. But somewhere in the article it does talk about what ragpickers are. Let me see if I can find that. Oh, here it is. Oh, it's in the introduction of the article. It gives you a little bit of information about what these people did in the sphere of life they belonged to in the 19th century and how marginalized they were. So this might be a useful article just to get some background about, Charles Baudelaire as a realist was trying to portray the real situation that these lower class sort of outcast people played in society at that time. So this article might have an interesting piece of information or two if you were interested in doing that poem. Okay, so I'm going to cut off here. I'm at 5 minutes. If you have any questions or would like some help, if you're having trouble finding an article that you think is useful, just send me an email and we can walk through it together and I can help you. All right, so let me know, and good luck. I hope you have fun doing your research.